My friends, our work in the pro-life movement is to show forth the powerful reality that human life is valuable beyond socioeconomic situations. It is valuable beyond quality and means. The value of human life is about forming bonds of love and caring. And that is what makes our work in advocacy so important in our country today. We stand, I repeat, at a precipice. Rather than forming unifying relationships of love and caring, our country is divided. I don't mean to expose every facet of these divisions, but I do mean to speak to the situation we find ourselves in. It is a position of our postmodern world where everyone reacts rather than responds. It's a time of cancel culture where every disagreeable voice is shut out and shut down. It is a time in which we raise our voice to fight for the unborn. And we can be canceled, we can be silenced, and we can be mocked, but do not despair. This only means that our country right now is a proving ground for the principled voices of reason and truth. It is a time for your voices to be heard despite any opposition. It is no longer enough to hold up signs that say abortion hurts women and abortion stops a beating heart. With the trash that the majority of Americans watch on TV, pictures of aborted babies are ignored by the masses during marches and demonstrations. On a cultural level, I even now question the effectiveness of youth groups marching in Washington while chanting their slogans back and forth. Yes, the numbers are strong and demonstrate a continuous growth of pro-life cause. I also do not mean to dissuade these practices which have converted the hearts and minds of many. But are we as pro-lifers able to engage intelligently in daily discourse that changes the fabric of our society? That is where the change and renewal need to take place. Not only do the abortion laws need to be changed, but we must also weave our pro-life message into a movement that changes the heart of our country. So I would like to propose just a couple of suggestions. First and foremost, we must be actively engaging our neighbors. I have repeated for many years that politics is a derivative of our values and our culture. We must invest ourselves in our local communities, in our neighborhoods, in our local governments, in order to show those who have the power to change the course of our country that the pro-life movement is founded upon love, and that acknowledgement of the goodness and sanctity of unborn life is beneficial to the common good. My second proposal is one that is challenging but rewarding. The pro-life movement must be explicitly ecumenical and interreligious. When we march, when we stand outside of abortion mills, and when we engage our local communities, we are not Catholic, Methodist, Orthodox, Jewish, Lutheran, atheist, Mormon, or Buddhist. We are human beings seeking to save human beings. Since I'm Catholic, I'll pick on Catholics. Too often we shy away from the other churches who organize events, gatherings, and walks. Why? The response comes back, we want to be the silent witness. Just leave us alone and let us pray our rosaries. Don't get me wrong, the rosary is a powerful and great spiritual weapon in the fight against abortion. But then we are accepted for how we present ourselves. The other churches look at the Catholics and say, they just want to be left alone and pray in their own way, and so we'll gather over here and pray our way. Instead, we must be taken out of our comfort zone. The pro-life movement is an all-humans movement. Mary will not be disappointed if you pray 4 decades instead of 5 in order to stop and sing a Christian song with some non-Catholics. And God won't be disappointed when we invite the non-Catholics to stand and pray in silence with those funny Catholics holding on to their string of beads. In the end, my message is this. We must break the stereotypes, structures, and programming that up until now we have clung to. We each must live a new pro-life movement that can confront not only the evil of abortion, but also the evil of division, where everyone does their own thing in their own silos. We must stand united with a voice that is courageous, bold and unrelenting. It is the work of the pro-life movement that culminates not only in marches and gatherings, but consists of living out daily the values that used to be in our country self-evident, that every person has a right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. But that pursuit cannot have fruit unless we walk hand in hand with our neighbors. No matter his creed, skin color, or life experience, we all have an obligation to band together to cry out that abortion is division par excellence. It is the division of the body parts of a child in the womb. It is a division of a child from its mother. It is a division of family life. It is a division of relationships that are sacred. It divides the virtue of hope from our thoughts of the future. So our response must be one that is unifying, bold, and new.